The stalemate on tax cuts at the Capitol hasn't ended. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carl Torb.
And I'm Bobby Miller. Both House and Senate leaders say they're working to get some money back into all our pockets, but haven't agreed on how to do that. News 9's Capitol reporter Haley Wager joins us live now. And Haley, we want to know what tax cuts are on the table right now.
Well, Bobby, the main two that lawmakers are looking at are a personal income tax, which would save the average Oklahoman about $110 a year, or the grocery tax cut, which lawmakers say would save each person about $300 a year. Today, the governor doubled down again on his call for tax cuts after new numbers show the legislature will have about $11.1 billion to spend in 2025. Stitt said in a statement, Oklahomans have waited long enough for a pay raise. The state house has passed a bill to cut the state portion of the grocery tax and another to cut the personal income tax. Both of those measures are now sitting in the Senate. House Speaker Charles McCall says all either measure would need is a vote from the Senate to make it to the governor's desk. But the Senate Pro Tem introduced his own grocery tax bill, almost a carbon copy of the Speaker's bill.
Fantastic. Move it, pass it, send it to the governor. I'm all for it. Send the governor, take the vote on the grocery tax. The House will be thrilled. We'll be thrilled.
And the Pro Tem says the Senate is still deciding which measure they're planning to take up, but he says right now all options are on the table.
Thanks, Mark.
And Haley, we want to know, do we have the funds to cut both the grocery tax and income tax?
Well, Bobby, it really depends on who you ask. The Senate Pro Tem says we don't have the money to cut both, saying we need to pick one or the other. And he says the grocery tax would have a more direct impact on Oklahomans. But the House Speaker says we do have the money to cut both. And he actually says the personal income tax is more favorable for Oklahomans. The governor, on the other hand, says he's ready to pass any tax cut that comes across his desk. Live at the Capitol, Haley Wager, Oklahoma's own News 9.